What's up, guys, gals, and non binary pals? My name is Naomi. Welcome to House of Miscellanea. It's Tuesday, which means it's like trivia day, but actually, I'm looking at it right now, and it's the last Tuesday of the month, isn't it? Which also means that it's like Tutorial Tuesday. So if people have questions about, how to do something or whatever, please feel free to ask any questions. But we did some useless facts on Saturday night, and I figured why not quiz people on what we learned on Saturday. That being said, if you don't know what we did on Saturday, it's not like you got to go back and watch it in order to figure some of this stuff out. It's mostly just goofy stuff, probably things that no person ever needed to know. Regardless, welcome to the channel. My name's Naomi. This is House of Miscellanea Diamond Painting, and I go live on YouTube on Tuesday afternoons and Saturday evenings, and then on Twitch on Thursday evenings. That all being said, I also have a variety of diamond painting content on my channel. If you are at all interested, please go and check that out either now, after the live, whenever you feel like it. I'm going to go ahead and tell you about the tools that I have here in front of me before I get started, as that is customary. I will start with the tray that I am using. This is a Switch Mini Max, and this is from Firefly. Now, it says mini in the name, but do be aware, sorry about that bouncies, do be aware that this one is actually quite large. I just have big old man hands, so if you've got teeny tiny lady hands, you might want to try and find something a little smaller. But it has a removable lid and a removable trash tray, which I usually do take out and set off to the side so I don't end up with trash drills when I pour them out. It has a open and close pour spout, and then this little hole in the top where you can put your pen if you don't want your pen to roll away. It's pretty handy. That's my tray. I will be using this pen from Diamond Pen Pal. This is the Ajisai pen. What's up, Brenda? How you doing? And hi again to Shannon. Beauty has an image from Margaret Morales. This is Ajisai from Margaret Morales. Now, this is a special pen. This was made with permission from Margaret Morales for my event from December and January called Mary Morales. Oh, beans. Shush, sure. Be quiet. Come here. You want a little treat, buddy? There's lots of kids walking around outside because it's very nice out. So he may give the little boofies. Come here, buddy. Come here. A little treat for you. Here you go. That's my Great Pyrenees. In my multi-placer, I'm going to be using Putty Crocker's Pumpkin Patchouli. Now, that sounds probably kind of gross, but it actually smells really nice. Hi, Wallflower. How are you? And then I've also got in my single placer here, I am using Ghost from Diamond Painting Daily. You can find Diamond Painting Daily and Diamond Pen Pal over on Etsy. Move my light a little bit. There we go. And I have preloaded in this beautiful peachy keen pen. I have some Ghost in a multi-placer and in a single placer on this. And then I am using this pen from Flowa Designs from Morales for straightening things out. I have a straightening tool along with some tweezers that I just keep. And then this beautiful trinket tray from Pucky Pie Pours over on Facebook. The little fishes. I love this pour. It is absolutely beautiful. But that is going to hold all of my little oddities here. I need to reload my putty. Oh, and the painting that I'm working on. What's up, Wendy? The painting that I am working on is called Evening Melodies by Abraham Hunter. I just started this one yesterday, and I've got the bottom, well, I've got this row here done because I'm working it sideways. So I'll be working on this little area right here today. But yeah, look, working on a landscape. Who knew, huh? I'm actually doing this for my in-laws because they have a lot of this sort of theme in their living room. And I thought, I'm going to make them something. So that's what I decided to do. Any hoozles. All right. So let me trying to decide if I want to. There's this little mini row right here. If I want to work on that for the live or just open the whole square. Because if you are familiar with landscapes at all, then you know a landscape is like buku confetti. So, you know what? We're just going to live dangerously and do the whole big square. That's what we're going to do today. So, how is everybody doing? How has your week been so far? I know some of you I saw on Saturday. You wanted to get this one. So far, I'll give you a little tour of the strip that I have done. So I'm going to take you off of the, sorry if it's going to make a weird noise at you. There we go. Okay, so this is actually the strip that I already have done. Oh, my unplug. There we go. So you can see like the rock over here, and then another rock here that's like glowing with firelight because over here there's there we go. Over there is the campfire. So you can see it glowing on the rocks over here. And then it goes up into trees. The sky is my favorite. Look at that. It is going to be beautiful. And I actually replaced a few of the diamonds in here, like around, oh, right around this one here. That little dot there. I actually put some, and kind of speckled throughout, I put some glow in the dark diamonds. I think they're going to be amazing. I'm very much looking forward to it. Okay, I'm going to put you back on the thingy. Here we go. Let's see. There it is. All right. Yeah, so I started this one yesterday and I've got a strip of it done. It's look good when it's finished, but each square, each 10 by 10 square takes roughly for me like 2.5 hours, 2 hours because of the amount of confetti. There is a lot. So if you like confetti, boop, good stuff. If you don't like confetti, maybe not for you. But after I did a couple of really color blocky kits, this one seemed like a good choice. Brenda says, doing all right, dropped one of my daughters to my parents. Ooh, to spend time for a couple weeks. Nice. That'd be a nice little getaway for you. Hello, Buffy. How are you today? All right. So apparently, I am told that Dak just did another restock. So I'm looking very quickly at what they restocked. Let's find out here. Because there are things I'm looking for. No, this all looks like stuff we already saw. Oh, no, just kidding. If anybody was looking for stained glass dress, that's out and low stock. Um, I'll just read them off really quick. Song of Artemis, Cuddle Time, Sunflower, Starflower, Moonflower, Art Shop, Endless Cheese, Gandalf and the Balrog, Lost but Not Forgotten, Noah's Ark, The Messenger, Gliding, Powerpuff Girls, Heaven's Gate, Mother's Nature, Bouquet, Best Friends Under the Sea, My Inner Sanctuary. Beans. No. Gotta be quiet. Nope. Sugar. Hush now. Sorry. Poet's Retreat, Momo, Heavenly. It looks like maybe they found some things because they're all low stock. Heavenly, Mary and Joseph, Big Sis, Stained Glass Gown, Cross in the Clouds, Earth Dragon, Destiny, Paradise, Dragon in the Morning, Love Beyond Loyalty, Words of Affirmation, Wagon Wheel, Light Meowgic, Galactic Wanderer, The Milky Way, and Minnie Dazzle's Sweet Treats. It looks like maybe they just found a few kind of hanging out somewhere. So be aware. It's not a whole, it doesn't look like it's a whole restock, but it's at least a partial. A little mini partial restock. Some found things, maybe. But anyways, in case anybody was wondering. Hi, Beans. What do you want, buddy? He's over here looking for love. Here's my see, here's my doggo. Can I get his little, there he is. Look at him. That's Beans. It's Mr. Beans. We call him Senior Beans. No, you can't eat my pen, sir. You can't eat my pen. Okay, hi and bye. He's over here looking for treats, I'm sure. That's what he does. Come here, Beans. Come here, Beans. I've got something for you. Yeah, I thought you might come back. Come here. Come here. He's like, hand it over. No, I want you to stick your face in this camera. Come here. Come here. Move, sugar. Come here. Come here, Beans. Come here. Take that gently. Okay, there you go. And then we got Sugar down here. She's looking for she's looking for a little something. She's like, what do you got for me, Mom? Nothing. And that's Beans. And then I don't know how well you'll be able to see her, but Bowie is over there. That's Bowie. She's my border collie. I'm sorry. That's my border collie, Bowie. She's the quiet one, never barks, never makes any noise. She's always behaving herself. She thinks this is a treat, so I better hold on. What I usually do is I get little treats. I have these little treats, okay, that what I do is I take a couple handfuls of them and I throw them around. Like, you know, I take a couple handfuls and I throw them so that the dogs can go play scavenger hunt. Scavenger hunt. There you go, dogs. Go find them. Yeah, go find them. They're everywhere. Throwing at Beans. Here we go. Sugar, yeah, Sugar got her treat. She actually got a little piece of the she got a little piece of the salmon skin because she really likes it. So I cut her off a little piece and she enjoys that. Bowie won't eat the salmon skin. I don't know what her aversion is, but she's like, nah, I'm good. So I usually give her the turkey jerky. And then I've also got these Rachel Ray Nutrish bark. It's like jerky, but it also has peanut butter and bacon with it. She really likes these too, but I have to be careful I give her because they will also give her la poops. You gotta be careful with that. She likes them a little too much. Too much for her own good. They like snuffle mats. You know, I've not tried a snuffle mat with them. Um, I do these like I have treat toys, right, where they have to do something in order to get at the treats. And I have three different puzzles. One of them they never figured out, which is this one. It's like a wheel that has to spin and it has holes in various spots where when it spins, it'll deposit the treat into a different little container. They never figured out how to spin it. And then I have one where they have to, I'll show you. Hold on one second. I'll show you. I don't know where I hid them on myself. I put them away somewhere. Well, it's one where they have to like I put the treats in it, and then they have to flip a fish and then slide the thing, and it drops the treat, and then they have to slide the thing back out of the way to get it. And then there's another one that I have where they have to like open these chests. You can get treats out of those, and then you have to slide the chest, but first you have to get this bone. Beans figured those out in 2.5 seconds. Bowie too. Hi, diamonds around you. What's up? So yeah, I've got all these different like puzzle treats for them, but they have them figured out so quickly that it's like, it takes me more time to set the like the treat puzzle up for them before they've already got everything eaten out of it. Like, 5 minutes of setup for 2 minutes of puzzle treat. Smart kids, I tell ya. Smart kids. That's a dog for ya, I tell ya. Especially like a Great Pyrenees and a Border Collie. They're like two of the smartest breeds you can find. And they're just way too smart for the treats. So it actually takes them longer to go around and like try and find them on the floor. Yeah, eat it, Beans. There you go. So I do scavenger hunts around the house and I'll put them under things or inside of things or whatever. Or I'll just kind of throw them around and that keeps them busy for a few minutes. But yeah, there's a lot of, it's like 48, 49 degrees right now. So there's a lot of activity out on the street. Kids walking around and whatever. So I have like TV going in the background trying to dull maybe some of the noise that they can hear. It's not very loud, but hoping that it would distract a little bit. Not working so well. But anyways, what's everybody working on? You working on anything good? Or are you out and about doing the things today? I'm gonna wait and let a few people filter in and then we could do some trivias. Oh, no, Beans. No, sir. No, sir. Sugar, no, not you either. There's no barking. No barking during the lives, my friend. Just quietly enjoy your treat, please. He didn't eat the one that I gave him. You little booger. Finishing Witch's Bath, last row. Ooh, having dinner. Diamonds around you remind me your name is Vivian, right? Am I crazy? Did I make that up in my head? Am I making stuff up? Because I'm good at that. Sugar, you need to be shamed. You haven't been shamed in a while. Now you're actually doing something like worth getting in trouble for. Come here, sugar. Come here, you. Come here, you. Come here. Sugar. Barking at nothing. Yeah, she was, Beans. Look at her barking at nothing. Just barking at nothing. The Chihuahua who barks at nothing. You don't like that, Beans? You don't like her being shamed? He's like, don't shame her. She didn't do anything wrong. Oh, Bowie, your breath is bad. You got bad breath. Yeah, it sounds like there were some. One moment, Beans. No, no. Push. Over here. Here. By me. Move. Oh, whoa. Bowie, Bowie down. Bean. Good Lord, these dogs. Bowie, go lay down. There we go. Hopefully they'll be a little quiet. Justin will be here soon and he'll take him on his usual uh car ride. You have a chihuahua too? Yeah. She's good at letting me know that nothing is there. Very good at that. And then usually Bowie only pipes up like if there's actually something happening. Beans just he just goes, "Hey, she's barking. I'm gonna bark." And then Togo, my bird, she'll get into it sometimes. That's always lots of fun. What do they say? When you're doing film, never work with pets or children. I don't have any children, just the pets. So, they always make it interesting. Working on Moon Goddess. Ooh, did you get the enhancements for that? Sugar? Uh-uh. Don't be trying to take his treat over there. He's gonna nip you right in the nose. And he's a Pyrenees, so it wouldn't be a little nip either. Just over here, like with his treat, just sort of like babysitting it. He's not actually eating it. Ooh, more. The one thing I've noticed with really confetti heavy things, I try to start with the things that stick out the most. So, like with this particular color, it's bright orange. So the symbols jump right out at you. It's not like a lot of these other colors that you see that are very similar to each other. They're harder to distinguish, they're harder to see, but almost saving them for the end is worse because then they're harder to see or distinguish from each other. So it's like kind of six of one, half a dozen of the other situation. But I'm going to start with the oranges, I think, that are better, and go from there. How do you guys do it? When you got something that's really confetti heavy, do you start with what's easiest to see, or do you like just kind of go, you know, a certain color at a time? Do you start with the darkest into the lightest, or how do you usually work a really confetti heavy kit like this? Because for me, it's been I usually just grab whatever's jumping out at me, and the orange ones, obviously against the blue, are much more pronounced. You did, and it looks wonderful. Oh, jealous. Very jealous. I have a feeling, and I don't have anything to back this up, but the two moon pieces by Eau Claire, there's Moon Goddess and oh, what is the other one called? You know what I'm talking about though. There's one that has a full moon and then there's one that has a crescent. And I kind of feel like there's going to be a third piece because they have a crescent going one way and the full moon. And so I'm thinking that they would also get the crescent that goes the other way to make like Maiden Mother Crone. I don't know that for fact. I don't know that for fact, but it feels like something that they would do, that there was like a series and they're just waiting to release the other one. I could be completely off base, but I felt like I needed to get the first two. And if there's going to be a third one, I'll get that one too. I mean, like, I'm one of those people when it comes to AI, okay, if I like the piece and I know it's not like an outright ripoff of someone, um, it's not something that, like, okay, this is very clearly something that they put in and it was meant to look like, you know, Peggy Collins, or well, that's a bad example because she uses some digital stuff in her artwork, but uh Chrissa Bug or Margaret Morales or Mrs. Butterdy, if it's not something that's like genuinely an outright rip off of a person, then I don't have an issue with regard to AI pieces. If I like the piece, I'm going to buy it. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of how I feel. And there's often, and not always, but often there's more that goes into it than just I put it in and then took whatever it gave me. Because you'll see that with a lot of AI work, if they don't actually pay attention to what they're accepting from the prompt or whatever, that hands look really weird or there's elements that are off, right? And so there is an art also to kind of editing or looking over that particular piece and making sure that all of the elements are correct, you know, watching for that sort of stuff. Well, I mean, I know that there's a lot of people out there that are very heavily against AI. It is what it is. Whatever symbol there's the most of. Or I start with the symbol in the upper left corner of the section. Okay, and work my way down and across. Yeah, sometimes I'll start with something like, like for instance, over here there's K, okay? And then I would do K and all the Ks, and then I would do whatever color touches it next. But with confetti heavy pieces, it's a little harder to do that necessarily, but I've also discovered something about myself. In talking with Sarah, I found out that while most people, when they diamond paint, they're symbol spotting, meaning you're looking for a specific symbol. I am usually color spotting, meaning I'm looking for a specific color. So, like in this instance, yes, I'm looking for the letter N, but I'm looking for that dark colored orange. I'm not just looking for an N, I'm looking for oranges. And so sometimes when there's a discrepancy in the uh with the render not matching the color that I'm supposed to be looking for, that can really throw me off. Kits that are known for doing this would be like Dreamer Designs, for instance. I've noticed that uh sometimes whatever color, Diamond Dots is another one. Whatever color that you're looking for isn't necessarily the color that you're going to lay down. It's close, like maybe they put it as blue, but you're actually looking for gray. Um, but I've found that when I am looking for colors, that can really throw me off. I've been lucky that Diamond Art Club doesn't have this issue. Lay down, aside from it being a little brighter, is going to be that color. There aren't too many companies where I've run into this issue. There's just a couple of notable ones where I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to be impossible. So, Shannon, you're probably, when you're looking for symbols, you're just looking for the symbol, whereas I'm looking for specifically the color that's behind that symbol. And I think that's probably part and parcel to having synesthesia, which I talked about on my whip and chat, kind of what that is, what that means, uh, what it can be like. I think that's probably why I tend to go for color. Weird like that. Okay, so for those of you who were there on Saturday night, we learned a lot of weird facts about a lot of weird things. And I thought somebody had said, well, will there be a quiz on this? And I thought, well, why the hell not? Let's have a quiz on the things that we learned. And you don't honestly have to, like I said, go back and watch it or anything in order to have fun with all of this, because some of these facts are so ridiculous, like I wouldn't have known it. So I thought, okay, I'll set some go back through those fun facts and I'll ask questions based on them to see what you may or may not remember from the live on Saturday. And like I said, just even if you weren't there, you might be able to come up with the answers anyways, because they're just really random, weird stuff. Weird stuff. So that being said, um, like I said, I grabbed the list of facts and decided to come up with some questions with those facts, okay? Just for funsies. Let's see. Okay, so first question, true or false? You cannot hum while holding your nose, like pinching your nose. True or false? You cannot hum while holding or pinching your nose. What's up, Eve? How you doing? How was your day? So, if you just tried to hum while pinching your nose, then you are right there with many of the rest of us who attempted to hum while pinching our nose, only to find out that, like, yeah, you can make a sound, but you can't, like, full on hum a melody or a tune while holding your nose. So, there you have it. You cannot while pinching your nose. Here for a rare Tuesday afternoon visit working on Duchess. Ooh. I have a Reagan Art and Soul that I haven't started working on, and I'll be posting an unboxing very soon, but look at its pen, which I'm very excited about. I like her. She's so pretty. I'm like nervous to work on it though, because once and I don't have any more Art and Souls except for a Mariella Rinaldi, and I don't want all of my Art and Souls to be gone because I didn't get a chance to buy all of the ones that I wanted to get. Bum City. But I know a lot of the artists from Art and Soul are now signing with other companies. So I'm hoping that some of the pieces on I'll see somewhere. Always up for sugar shaming. Uh-oh, sounds like Eve might be a little bit behind. Maybe a little bit behind. Might need to refresh. Okay, next question. Let's see. What is the dot over the letter I and the lowercase j called? Do you remember what that was called? The dot over the and the lowercase j. It had a kind of a little bit naughty name, but not naughty. I said it two different times on Saturday's live, so you didn't catch the first time, maybe you caught it the second time. Because I said it at the beginning and I said it at the end. That dot is called a tittle. Oh, because we're 4-year-olds. A tittle, Tittle, like a little but with a T. A tittle. You know, I always wonder not only like how certain words come about, like, you know, obviously a lot of things have Latin base or whatever, uh, but like who decides that's the word that associates with whatever that thing is. Ooh, look, Buffy remembered. Yes, a tittle. I always wonder, like, who's in charge? Who's in charge of this? Because I want this job, coming up with the names for things. Eve was able to determine that like a panda koi is actually like a real thing. A panda fish. Okay, next question. The smell of fresh cut grass actually what from the plant? What is the smell of fresh cut grass a signal of from the plant? That's a better way to ask that. The smell. Do you guys remember? We talked about this for a little while. Kind of made me sad for grass. And then it also like makes me wonder about vegetarians in general, like if there are other things like this. The smell of grass is actually a distress signal from the plant, like basically screaming. That's pretty crazy when you think about it. And there are people who they love the smell of fresh cut grass. And I'm like, well, you're a murderer. So there you go. Enjoy your murderous ways. I wonder what's taking Dustin so long. He's usually home by now. They at Dustin's job, they ended up like uh closing down one of the departments, and then shocker of all shockers, oop, they decided to like give that work to other people to do because that's what companies do. They figure you don't have enough to do in your 50 hours or 40 hours or whatever, that maybe that just adds more work on you because that's a good time. Oh man, I have so many things to share in my whip and chat for tomorrow. I really hope people check that out because there were a lot of things that happened this last week that were worth sharing. Um, I'll be recording that later tonight, and oh my gosh, I'm excited. I'm excited about several things that I'm sharing on my whip and chat. So I hope for those who actually watch it that you'll watch that one because there's some fun announcements and general things. Um, I got a I got a little notice from YouTube that my channel is officially a year old. So that's fun. That's not what I was announcing. So I'm saving it for the whip and chat. But there's some fun stuff. My table's a hot mess, but so am I this week. Oh no. Working on a confetti heavy kit that I'm getting towards the end, and I'm ended up with 15 trays on my table. Oh no. See, I can only work one tray. I am not brave enough to do multiple trays. I am way too much of a klutz for one. I am likely to end up with all of those trays on the floor. So you are a braver person than I am, Eve, because I won't even mess with that. Well, one, I don't work out of a tray system. So there's that. But even if I wouldn't because I am just that much of a hot mess myself that I would end up with all of the trays all over the table or on the floor, or like knowing my luck, Bacon, who never ever comes near my diamond painting stuff, would like jump down onto the ground, like whatever. No good. No good at all. Okay, next question. What is the opposite of jamais vu? What is the opposite of jamais vu? We talked about this too. I had to look up an example because I didn't know what jamais vu was. but if you remember what jamais vu was, then you'll remember what is its opposite. I'm having like carpal tunnel issues today. I don't know what my problem is. And I'm using a big fat pen, so I know that's not the problem. I have to do something. Stretches or I don't know what. There we go. Okay, I did the greens. I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna do some orangey color. Where is it? There's only 31 colors in this kit. It's actually like I think the fewest colors on a DAC kit that I've ever done. What's up, Melissa? How you doing? Yes. See, Buffy's on it. She remembers everything from Saturday night, I tell ya. She knows what's up. She was paying all of the attention. She knew there was going to be a quiz. Melissa, I decided to do a quiz on all the stuff that we learned on Saturday. Because why not? We learned a lot of random facts on Saturday. So I thought, hey, let's see what we remember. Yes. The opposite of jamais vu is deja vu. And deja vu, obviously, is where like something strange feels familiar. But jamais vu is where something familiar suddenly seems strange. I didn't know that there was an opposite to deja vu, and now I do. Okay, next question. True or false? Water can boil and freeze at the same time in a vacuum. True or false? Water can freeze and boil at the same time in a vacuum. Weird stuff you didn't need to know. Didn't know how to spell it. Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, that's true. Now, I'm not sure obviously the science or the mechanics around that, like how that works. Why water can freeze and boil at the same time. I don't I mean, granted, like I've touched something so cold that it felt like it burned, right? And so I didn't know if like that's what it was talking about, that it was referencing that, but no clue. Oop, trying to decide. I'm gonna end up with like a lopsided I'll fix it later. Um the plastic on this one wasn't laid necessarily the best way, where it's like it's more than halfway over the square, and so sometimes I end up losing, like I'll drop a row as I go along because it's like the whole thing is sort of lopsided on the canvas. It is what it is. That's the only downfall that I've ever found with them pre-perforating the plastic, because otherwise I love the pre-perforated plastic. I don't think they needed to add lines to it. I was fine with the way that it was, but I do love me some pre-perforated plastic. Okay. Next question. What shape is a wombat's poop? What shape is a wombat's poop? Fell asleep, so I know nothing. I'm sorry. No worries. I've been told my voice is very soothing, which obviously to me is funny because I don't find my voice all that soothing, but hey, if it helps somebody get to sleep, then that's good, I guess. That always confused me when people are like, "Yeah, I'll put on your whipping chats and I just go to sleep." Oh, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. And they're like, "No, it's your voice. Your voice is really soothing." I'm like, I don't know. I don't hear it." But of course, I listen to myself all the time. Yeah, Barb. Poop emoji. Yes, wombat poop is actually shaped. Why is it cube shaped? According to this particular thing, it's cube shaped so it doesn't roll away. Now, I don't know why you wouldn't need your poop to roll away, but Dustin said that it's something to do with the way that like their colons or their stomachs or whatever are shaped, and like the way that it essentially tumbles the poop inside of the wombat. Because I thought maybe they had a cube shaped butthole, but that's apparently not the case. They don't have a cube shaped butthole, just cube shaped poop. I was I was kind of hoping they'd have a cube shaped butthole because wouldn't that be fun? You never know when you might need a cube shaped butthole. Sounds very useful. For what? I don't know. Cube shaped poop, apparently, but there you go. Fortunately, I have to go, but see you Saturday night. Bye, Shannon. Have a good afternoon. Thank you for stopping in. Um, is anyone doing Jaded Jamboree? I know some people have pieces going for that. I mean, I'm working on a jade piece, but I'm not like actively participating in any particular events. I just wondered if anybody was doing any fun events. There's lots of them going on right now, so that's a good time. Okay, let's see. No sharp edges for me, please. Yeah, I know, right? You don't want any sharp edged poops. I mean, there have been plenty of times where you ever get that like feeling in this like a almost like a stitch in your side or something, and it feels like I don't know, you must have Doritos in your colon. I've had that happen before. That's not fun. Never a good time. All right, let's see. Next question. Oh, here we go. True or false? Cows have best friends. Going to, but I'm feeling burnt out, so I want to do whatever I felt like. There, yeah. Plus, I've been sick for 3 weeks. Oh no, Melissa, no sickness. Please and thank you. Stop that. True or false? Cows have best friends. And that is actually true. Cows do have best friends. How crazy is that? Who knew? It makes me a little bit sad because I am a red meat eater. And it's sad to think of, a couple of cows hanging out where cows hang out and then them losing their best friends. But it also may explain why Diamond Art Club has decided to release so many damn cow pictures. Because they've had a lot of cows, especially the Highland cows, which, yes, I think are adorable. I do love me a Highland cow. I mean, I'm probably not going to diamond paint one, but I do love them. I think that they are adorable. They got some good bangs. They got them good bangs. They're like the beauties of the cow kingdom in my mind. I was sick the vacay for a week, now sick again. Oh no. Why I've been missing Discord. Oh, well, I hope you're feeling better because, as always, once we finish with the live, for those of you who are part of the Discord, we will be going to Discord after dark, even though it won't be dark yet because, uh, daylight savings and all of that. Now it's going to be actually light out, but it's in it's in the little voice chat called Discord after dark still anyways. For those of you who are not part of the Discord, let me grab you an invite that you can, oops, not that one. Those get out of my way. There we go. So that if you would like to join, you can do. Put that in the chat. So many cows. Please do the accents. Oh no. Yeah, so Saturday night I decided that I would try and do their there's a reason. There's a reason that cows have accents. Because that was another fun fact that we found out that cows actually moo in a regional dialect, which you know what? Okay, how about this? How about instead of me quizzing you on this stuff, I will give you some more random facts because there are more. I have more, you guys. I have so many more random facts because you just never know when you might need this stuff. You could be waiting in line during a Black Friday sale and then you need something to talk about and you're like, "Did you know that cows can moo in a regional dialect?" And the people around you in the line will be like, "Thanks, crazy person. Stop talking to me," like they usually do with me. Still waiting for the Scottish cow. um, I'm sure that the Scottish cow sounds something along the lines of, "Whoa, mister, I'm not a sheep." Ooh, that's not right, Naomi. That's not right. Don't make Scottish jokes about Scots with their sheep. Although a Scotsman probably makes plenty of jokes about themselves with sheeps. So there you go. I think Dustin is home. Scottish cows. Glad you had fun, Barb. Everybody needs fun. Yeah. Vacations are always good. I'm one of those people, I love vacation, but I also love to just get home. It's like I do love to go places and see things and whatnot, but I also just love to get home and be in my own house and like I'm like a good advocate for staycays, like just stay home and vacation. But, you know, sometimes I'm outvoted. The only time that I really ever go anywhere is like for my sober anniversary, we'll go places, but just stay home. I don't know yet. I don't know. Because, like 6 years, I think I'm pretty well on my way with, you know, if this were a real test, I aced it. I'm so proud. I don't work out of a trade system either. I work out of Elizabeth Ward's. Just about every tray I own is out on the table right now. Oh my gosh. Yeesh. Okay. So more fun facts. Let me get back to my little list of things here. Hello, Chan, welcome. Welcome to the Discord, Chan. Okay, more fun facts. Let's see. All right, we already know about that stuff, that stuff, that stuff. Okay. We already talked about that and that and that. Okay, here we go. Some more weird, fun, facty factoids. And yes, Buffy, if this were a real test, you aced it. But if you're like me, you have this like uncanny knack for remembering useless stuff because it's way more fun to know than real facts, anyways, right? I mean, that stuff was way more fun to learn about than history and, you know, friggin' math. I'm terrible with math. Okay, so here's a fun fact that I did not know. The word uncopyrightable is the longest word with no repeated letters. The word uncopyrightable. And for those of you following along with some dramas in our community, if you are on Reddit, you should probably go and look at Dak Truth because there's some interesting information there that I will probably end up talking about in the Discord after dark because I actually read the entire legal document, which took a long time. Thankfully, it was written in kind of plain English. There wasn't a whole these in there. But yeah, there's been some development and they're interesting. Uncopyrightable. I feel like there's probably other words, but that does make sense. It's the longest one with no repeating letters. The Napoleon one was by far the best. Oh yes, where he got attacked by bunnies. Oh, you gotta love it when like I gotta put some new tape around this. I think keeps wiggling out. You gotta love it when just trying to be a cool dude or whatever. You're all right. I want to go on a bunny hunt, and then somebody's like, "I'm gonna release 3,000 untrained bunnies into well, they were trained kind of into this field for you to shoot at them." And then the bunnies think that you're going to give them some food, so they all just turn around and start climbing on you. Like, that's the best. That is the best outcome of something like that, especially of manly men trying to be manly. That is amazing. I absolutely love that. Oh, there's somebody outside on a motorcycle. Like, what is he barking at now? Beans, sir, could you not? Hey, buddy, I know that you're hearing a motorcycle riding around making a lot of noise, but you don't have to. You don't have to make all of that noise. I appreciate you letting me know about the motorcycle making lots of noise outside, though. Thank you. He's over here like, Mom, I'm protecting you from the sounds. Some brought to their knees. Yes, yes. I love it. I'm like, serves you all right. Those bunnies alone. Although I imagine like every person that was essentially like brought to their knees by bunnies probably ended up with bunny phobia after that. And that is the best part. They'll never want to hunt a bunny again. They're like, nah, bunnies are untrustworthy. Sort of like Anya on Buffy. Yep. Bunnies are kind of terrifying, not gonna lie. Especially the ones with the pink eyes. They're a little bit freaky. They are freaky. Can't can't deny that. Freaky bunnies. Okay. Down this other drill and then I will find us another weird fact. Okay. Next fact. If you say Jesus backwards, it kind of sounds like sausage. Sausage. I think Dustin told me that the first time that I ever heard that was probably Dustin. Oh my gosh. Sausage. Canadian Diamond Dot Witch. Hello. Oh, you're Chan. Okay. Well, welcome. You know what, though? I'm going to tell you right now, you have a lot of Canadian friends, or will have a lot of Canadian friends in the Discord. There are many, many, many of you. You're my neighbors directly to the north because I'm in Wisconsin. So I'm not actually very far away at all. And we were talking about trying to put together a meetup and doing so in like Chicago. So if people did want to meet up or, like a kind of a, I don't know, like a mini type retreat situation, we talked about getting together in Chicago. So it would definitely be close enough for people in Canada to come. That's all I'm saying. But lots of active Canadians in my Discord. My lovely friends just north of me. In fact, there are certain parts of Wisconsin where I can actually like wave at Canada because it's like visible. And do sneak peeks for a Canadian diamond painting company. So I will be showing off hopefully before too long. There's another Canadian company. It's Realizations Karen at Corinne, and they're going to send me a diamond painting to unbox and do a little review for. So I'm excited about that too. So I review a lot of Canadian things as well. I love my Canadian neighbors. Speaking of, where's Liana? Where is she at? She said she's available in the afternoon. So now I'm going to have to call her out for not being here, I guess. Participating in Reagathon and hosting the year-long Asian event, Mini Madness, and Jade's event. Oh, wow, Eve. That's a lot. That's a lot of things to be a part of. I'm guessing, Eve, that you might need to refresh because it seems like you might have started at the beginning of the live. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. All right, let's see here. Next little factoid. Let's find our next one. The phrase spill the beans comes from ancient Greece. Let me get more information about that. Spill the beans in Greece says the idiom spill the beans, meaning to reveal a secret, is believed to have originated in ancient Greece, where beans were used in a voting system, and spilling them prematurely would reveal the election's outcome. Oh my God, could you imagine if we had to vote by using beans? That's a little crazy. Like, already we have issues with our voting in the United States. Like, could you imagine if we had to count beans? Oh, that actually makes the phrase bean counting make more sense too, if that's the case. Like if it's from the same thing. Weird. Okay, okay. Learned something. Also, for those of you who are not aware, that's Beans barking. That's not what I wanted. Beans, sure. Hey, I know I said, but I wasn't talking about. Stop it. Just keep saying Jesus backwards. Sausage, sausage. Um, found out that. Sorry, that's my Great Pyrenees. Hold, please. One moment. Come here. Come here. Over here. By me. You're not over here barking at nothings, sir. I know, Dad'll be home soon. You're all right. You're all right, Duder. So sorry. Uh, Found out all of this really got started because I found out that um sunflowers and black-eyed Susans are both in the daisy family. So all sunflowers are daisies, but not all daisies are sunflowers. Pretty interesting little thing because there was a diamond painting called Ladybugs on a Sunflower, and I was like, that's not a sunflower, that's a black-eyed Susan. And then come to find out, it's actually a daisy. Sunflowers are in the daisy family. How about a Jersey cow? Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so bizarre facts. Oh God. Okay, remember how we talked about how the inventor of the frisbee had his ashes turned into a frisbee? Well, apparently the inventor of Pringles is buried in a Pringles can. Wow. I mean, I suppose if you're real proud of your invention, like, why wouldn't you? If it doesn't matter to you in what way that you're buried or, like what happens to your body after you're gone, then I guess being buried in a Pringles can is a legitimate choice. That's I guess that's one way to do that. That's what you like doing. Not the way I might choose to have my self stored, but no judgments on the Pringles creator. Whatever works, I guess. Oh no. Okay. There is a village in Norway where it rains fish. What? Hold on. Huh? Now I got to know more information. There's a village in Norway where it rains fish. Is this real? Is this a real thing? Or is it like the one that I found out was complete bullcrap? While there's no known village in Norway where it literally rains fish. Ah, here we go. Okay. I'm like, that doesn't sound right. It's because of the Lofoten Islands, with villages like Nusfjord and Rhine are famous for their rich fishing history, and the abundance of fish in the surrounding waters uh, makes it seem like it's raining fish. Okay. I was like, what? No, liars. But lying to me, factoids. Okay, this next one I'm going to look up too because I don't know if I believe this one either. Okay, so three, there is, okay, let me give you the fact. A fortune cookie factory once predicted the lottery numbers correctly. Okay, it says there's an article about people scoring millions from fortune cookies, right? And I always use the numbers for cookies because I'm that weirdo. And apparently, fortune cookies scored winners $400 million in lottery winnings. There was a survey that was taken, and at least 146 lottery winners between 2004 the fortune cookie. And all told, those 146 people won more than 406 million in winnings. That's crazy. Okay, so I'm not nuts for using my fortune cookie numbers because I'm crap at picking my own numbers. I don't know. I'm just like, numbers? Sure. I'm like, okay. Oh, here's another little fun fact. The world's largest desert is not the Sahara, it's actually Antarctica. Okay. I mean, and like it's interesting too because there's lots of different ways to classify a desert, right? Like I was not aware for the longest time that Wisconsin technically has a desert. We have a high desert in Wisconsin, and it's just based on the types of vegetation that grows there and, you know, all these other factors. So it wouldn't surprise me that Antarctica would be considered the largest desert. Okay, this next one. Now I got to check this one too. Because some of these are like, sometimes you just gotta wonder if these are right or not. So I'm okay. Because what it gave was for a fact humans share 60% of their DNA with bananas, but that's a misinterpretation. The actual similarity lies in the shared genes and proteins involved in basic cellular functions, not like a direct 60% DNA match. Okay. I was like, what? Glad I'm fact checking these facts because otherwise you guys would leave here and go, what's wrong with you? What's up, Jamie? I use fortune cookie numbers too, but I'm still waiting for my millions. Yeah. Oh, here's a little fun fact. The "you are here" dot on maps actually has a name, and it is called an idiolocator, not an idiot locator, which was how I read it the first time. I was like, yeah, that sounds yeah, it's accurate. The idiot locator. Here I am. No, an idiolocator. IDEO. I'm like, yeah, they got me pegged. Although I'm really great with direction. So I do like maps, like actual maps, because I'm pretty good with my directions. I don't often get too badly lost. Got a really good internal compass, which shocker of all shockers, Dustin doesn't always listen to me when I give him directions for things. He's no, it's this way. And then we have to like have a little argument about it. And then I end up being right. And then he won't say, hey, you were right, because those words might kill him. All right. Checking this next one, because like I said, some of these facts, I'm like, let me see if that's actually correct. So, according to this fun little factoid, we call it idio, but in my case, it's idiot. Oh, see? I mean, hey, no judgments. No judgments. It's like that map's reading people and not in a good way. Oh, he's building on snapping stuff, making snap sounds. Little snappy snappies. There we go. Like I said, I'm trying to fix this row that I have. All right. Next color, I think, will be this darkest brown, 3371. Some of this particular area is a lot of line blocking, so I got a little lucky there. Okay, so this fact says there is enough gold in the Earth's core to cover the planet in a 1.5 foot layer of gold. No wonder everybody's trying to get to the center of the earth. They want all that good gold. It's like the planet Pandora where there's unobtainium or something. Some sort of rare earth minerals that they're going to use to power AI. I don't understand all of that stuff. Don't listen to me. I don't know nothing about nothing. Oh, here's another fun fact. The current US flag was designed by a high school student. Interesting. That sounds pretty legit. Fairly legit, because I'm assuming that back when, people were designing flags and things like that for the United States, when there were less than 50 states, living to be a high schooler was like middle-aged by then. People were dying of the rick, and then, okay, maybe it wasn't that long ago, but still. Because we had like the Oregon Trail and the Louisiana Purchase and all this other stuff. So, that was about midway through your life back then, right? Something like that. But I'll buy that. I'll definitely buy that. Oh, here's another fun fact. A bolt of lightning is 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun. Holy crap. All right, let me fact check that too, because granted, I know that there are people who have been struck by lightning, they lived through it. It seems completely unlikely that a person would live through a bolt of lightning, but yes, it says a bolt of lightning can reach temperatures 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun, reaching around 30,000 degrees Celsius or 54,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Holy bananas. The surface of the sun is around 6,000 Kelvin or 10,340 degrees Fahrenheit. Wowie. Okay. That's a little crazy. I would think I suppose it also depends, like, if you get struck by lightning, how hot that blast was or powerful or whatever. Because I'm sure that, there's different types of lightning, different bolts would be at different temperatures, probably. That's crazy though. So you just think that somebody would not survive something like that, or it'd be very unlikely. Huh. Okay. Oh, this is fun. Bubble wrap was apparently originally invented as wallpaper. Okay. That sounds awesome, first of all. I'm not sure why it would have been invented as wallpaper first, like maybe as a sound dampening, maybe. I don't know. I can't think of a good reason to have created bubble wrap as wallpaper. Let's find out some more information on that. It was originally invented in 1957 by Alfred Fielding and Mark Chavan as a textured wallpaper, but after a failed attempt to sell it, one moment, just a second. Be right back. Sorry, that's Dustin getting home. Now they're just like losing it. Everybody's barking at him. Or it could be the kids, I suppose. Hold on a minute. Yeah, awesome until you popped it all. Let me see who's here. Dog. Hey. Never mind, it was the kids, and they forgot their house key. Sorry. They got it figured out. I was like, what in the heck is happening? Can you like say hello to Sugar or something? Not squealing. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it says they later discovered its potential as a protective packaging material. The initial idea was to create a textured wallpaper by sealing two shower curtains together, trapping air bubbles in between. Their invention, which they called bubble wrap, didn't catch on as wallpaper, and they tried to market it as a greenhouse insulation, but that also proved unsuccessful. Well, I mean, that just kind of goes to show that, you know, sometimes you invent something, you think it's going to be good for one thing, and it's good for something else entirely. There's been plenty of even like diamond painting related things in that way too. I've seen people with those like vacuum pens or whatever. That completely boggles my mind. I haven't tried one. I don't think I intend to try one because I don't really have an interest in single placing everything, so it probably wouldn't work out well for me anyways. I mean, unless it has a attachment that allows for multi-placers, I don't know. I really don't know. But it's an interesting idea nonetheless to have a vacuum or a vacuum pen essentially. But bit better than yesterday. Still really hurting. Thank you for asking. Oh, well, I'm glad that you're feeling a little bit better, Eve. Sugar, stop barking. Sugar, stop barking. I don't know where the kids just went. They were in here a second ago and now they're not. I don't know what's happening. Whatever. Let's find us another fun fact here. I know some people with some physical challenges that are just real good. Yeah, isn't Tammy using one? Isn't that something she's been working with and it's working really well with her physical limitations? I know oftentimes like I was actually watching a thing about like infomercials. You know how when we watch infomercials and they show a person who's like clumsily throwing something around or whatever, and it seems like a perfectly capable human being that's clumsily throwing around whatever it is that they're doing. But oftentimes, when they're showing those, they're marketing the product for somebody who has physical limitations. And we see them and go, well, that's goofy as hell. But we don't think about people who have, sorry. And Dustin just got here. The kids just got here and I don't know where the heck they just went, but they forgot their keys, so I had to go and unlock the door, and now I don't know where they are. The car's not here, so they just dropped something and left. Okay, fun. Take him up with you, would you? Please. No? Well, he's like, I'm coming anyway. But yeah, they when they do the infomercials, it's essentially marketing to people who have, these physical limitations or whatever, but they don't do a good job of explaining that when they're just showing a regular everyday person who just appears to be super clumsy. You know of one company that 3D pen Lalo. Yeah, yeah, that's totally fine. Eve, I heard the e-pens are great for ABs. Yeah, start making pens for e-painters because no one is really doing that. Oh, like you talking about like making pens that work with the vacuums? And yeah, Eve, you can mention the company. I don't mind. Thank you for asking though. Yeah, I don't know too much about it, but I mean, it seems like when it comes to physical limitations, like having access to something that works better, like the roller pen. I mean, the roller pen is not a bad idea in theory. Like if the roller pen worked, wouldn't more people use them, I think? But unfortunately, it's like the way that um it's set up is just not it's just not good. And so if there's something out there that's easier to use or works better for people's physical limitations, because I mean, like, look at me, I've got to use practically, a freaking log to do my diamond painting because I've got carpal tunnel issues. Bella Art Day Nicole. Oh, okay. Interesting. But yeah, something worth at least exploring. I use Ghost for ABs and like I have no issues with that, but some people would have even limitations on loading Ghost into their pens. So, you know, good to have other options out there and good that somebody, came up with something new and innovative for people to try out. It's just so often you hear about places that are making things that, it's a money grab. It really doesn't work for really anything, but people are willing to try it because they've been failing with other, systems or whatever. So it's nice to have something out there that actually it sounds like it works, at least for some people. Monster works great for rounds. Oh, right. Yeah. But I'm talking about Jamie, the pen where it literally has a wheel that you put inside of the pen, and then you're supposed to be able to just wheel it, wheel the drills and then wheel the drills down on the canvas. And I I tried it times that particular piece of equipment and I could not get it to work. Not like the monster. It's not like that's a little different because you have control over, well, like, okay, where's my monster at? Did I put it in here? So the monster, which is what Jamie's talking about, is this thing here, where you put double-sided tape on the side of it, and then you would use it and pick up drills and then put them down on the canvas. And there's the mini monster, which is basically the same, but like this size, where you have a little more control over what you're using it for. Yeah, little different from what I'm talking about with the wheel. I have to mention I got my pen from Mary Morales, Castaway Creations, O'Brien collab. Love it. We'll put it in Discord. Yeah, please do. Yes. Beans. No, sir. No, I know. Go tell Dad about it. What's he doing? Go tell him. What's he doing? These dogs, I swear. You're so attention deprived, I tell you. Poor Please stop. Here. Come over here by me. Then go up there and stop barking. Please. Go see Dad then. And quit barking at me. About nothing, sir. Did he lock you out? Is that what happened? He locked you out of the room? I don't know what his problem is. He's just being a jerk. Beans is like, not me being a jerk. All right, let's see about another fact here. Find another fun one. Okay. Next one. The average person, yeah, this one it says thankfully a myth. The average person swallows 8 spiders a year while sleeping. But then it says thankfully a myth. Let's find out whether or not people actually swallow any spiders. Has no basis in fact. It exists in various forms. Another common version is that you swallow an average of 20 in your lifetime. At 4 per year, that would make a very short lifetime of 5 years. Okay. Yeah, so it's a myth that people swallow spiders every year. I don't know who started that urban legend and why, like what the purpose was behind creating such an urban legend, but you don't actually do that. Well, that's good news. I mean, I'm not a phobe or anything, but good to know that that's not true. Because I mean, I don't care if you are a phobe or not. Nobody wants to be thinking about swallowing anything while you're sleeping that you didn't mean to swallow. I don't know about you, but like if even my cats put their whiskers near my face when I'm sleeping, I wake up immediately. So it's unlikely that something would be crawling on me that I would just accidentally swallow. It seems unlikely, you know? Ooh, okay, let's see. Let's see here. Oh, contrary to popular belief, the Great Wall. Really, dogs? Enough. Enough. No, Beans. No. Sit down with me and be quiet. I know you want to go with Dad, and he will take you in just a little bit, but right now he's doing stuff. So calm down, buddy. Nope. Calm down, dude. You either got to hang out quietly or you got to go up. You got to do something. Dustin, what are you doing? Hey, quiet, you. You got to be yelling that. what I do every day when I get home. Um, the Great Wall of China is not visible from space. I mean, I imagine it depends on how far up in space you are. Clearly, the way that we think of space means stop, dude. Stop it. There we go. There we go. I know what I'll do. Here, go be quiet, you. Chloe? Uh-uh. It says, I'm reading about it. The Great Wall of China is not visible from space is generally true. It's a common misconception that the Great Wall is easily visible from space or the moon, but in reality, it's a thin structure that blends in with the landscape and is really difficult to discern, even from low Earth orbit. That makes sense, though. The Great Wall of Beans. Yeah, something. He's a great wall of something, I'll tell you. All of barking for no reason. What he really is barking at is the fact that Dustin's not done with whatever he's doing and that he needs to be faster. It's taken him so long. So terrible. This is actually coming out really, really nicely. And like I said, while I'm not generally a landscape person, like not typically my jam, this one definitely has changed my respect for landscapes. I'm really enjoying it. Really, really enjoying it. And I'm sure that when it's done, it's going to look phenomenal. I'm very excited about that. I've seen a couple of finished pictures of this one and should be really good. Should be really, really good. Oh, come on. There we go. All right, let's find another one. The toaster had to convince people to buy sliced bread first. I mean, okay, that makes sense that, maybe sliced bread wasn't something that people were generally running out and getting, running out and getting, but I don't know. I don't know. It does seem to be a caveat for using a toaster. Oh, mine went out on the fritz. Speaking of toasters, our toaster of like a billion and a half years that we've had finally pooped out. And so at some point or another, I got to go and get another toaster. I didn't realize how much I would miss not having a toaster until our toaster went on the like completely just stopped working. Because like usually when I make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I will make it with toast instead of just with bread. And so I've had just plain old regular peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and they've been really disappointing. Not gonna lie. And I don't have like an air fryer or anything like that. So, I mean, I got a little pizza oven. I'm not going to get the pizza oven out, get it all plugged in, hooked up, and whatever just to make a piece of toast or even a couple pieces of toast. So, I'm going to have to figure out the toaster situation before too terribly long.
Go lay down.
Yeah, tell or her, whomever you're talking to. You doing his ears? Oh, okay. You don't want to do the coconut oil and whatever yet? Well, we can do that later if you want to. Beans is having an ear issue. So we've been wiping his ears out, and we were told that coconut oil is really good for soothing the ears. It's hard with dogs that have like floppy ears because they are susceptible to a lot of different issues like ear mites or um you know just detritus and whatever happening inside of the ear. So it's a little downfall, I suppose, to having dogs with floppy ears, but oh, you. But I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't trade him for the world. So guess it's all right. Wait till you see what the prices of toasters are now. Oh no, yeah, because Buffy says I'm gonna take a shower before Discord after dark. I'll see you soon. Okay, Buffy, see you in a little while. Um, because we got that toaster from Dustin's grandparents, like as a second owner sort of situation. Like they had it and then we had it, and that was easily, gosh, 7 or 8 years ago.
Why?
A while, yes, a long while. And so I can only imagine what toasters run nowadays. Probably not going to be happy when I see the cost of
Just
a
need it to make
toaster.
toast. I don't need it to play Skyrim or anything.
Right. Well, I was looking up the prices, like an average idea of the price for the Switch 2 that's coming out, and I'm seeing like $400.
Yeah, and we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm there.
All right. See you in a little while. He's gonna take Beans on his usual car ride. He's gonna sit out in the kitchen and cry for a little bit because she doesn't get to go. Why doesn't Bowie get to go? Because she actually does not like car rides. She screams in the car, like she whines and cries so loudly. And we've tried everything with her too, like, just taking her on car rides to get her used to it. Like we don't take her places specific, like bad places that she would associate with bad memories, but she just hates the car. Just always has hated the car from the time she was a little puppy. She's never liked car rides, and so she always gets sad that she doesn't get to go, but because she's so terrible in the car when she does go, it's miserable having her in the car. So it's like, maybe if you didn't hate cars so much, you would go along more often, but nah. You want to squeal like you're on fire. That's not fun for anyone else who isn't you. And it's like you feel bad because you don't want to take her to do something that she very clearly does not like. But then she gets all bummed out she doesn't get to go. It's like, I don't know what to tell you, pup. I don't know what to tell you. She's very neurotic, but most border collies are. I feel like that's just normal border collie behavior to be neurotic and weird. Buying cheap toasters, but they're crapola. Ugh, yeah. I imagine that's probably true. And like he just needed to make toast. We don't need it to do anything really super fancy, but yeah, hard to find really anything that requires um like a chip or whatever to operate it. 'Cause, prices of anything that has an internal thinker. Like, I don't need it to sing, I don't need it to dance, I don't need it to do anything except for just make the bread toasty. Today I learned I'm a border collie. You hate car rides and you're neurotic. You hate fireworks because she hates fireworks. She cries about random nothing. She wants to go in the car, but then she doesn't want to be in the car at all. Like I said, there's nothing that has been like a bad experience for her in the car. It's not like, we take her to the vet so often that she knows that a car ride means the vet. In fact, most often a car ride means something good, but when she is in there, oh my gosh, it's awful. It's almost unbearable to be in the car with her because of the way that she's like high pitched squealing. Not fun. Not fun at all. Check on everything but the fireworks. Yeah, see, I love fireworks. I'm all about fireworks. I'm in fact really embarrassing to be around when there are fireworks because I'm that idiot that's like cheering and clapping and gleeful. That's me. My kids don't like to go to see fireworks with me because I'm embarrassing. Easily amused by things that blow up and make big sounds. Well, and they're colorful too. That obviously helps, but that's part of the synesthesia also with fireworks. It's a whole different experience. Okay, let's see. What time are we at? 5:47. Okay, so we got like 15 minutes. What else can we learn in 15 minutes? Heading out to my therapy spot. Hope to see you all soon. All right, bye, Eve. Have a good one. Oh, what is the name of it? Hold on, hold on. There's a specific name for this shrimp. It is the mantis, right? The mantis shrimp and the pistol shrimp can actually punch faster than a bullet. A shrimp that can punch, first of all. Like, let's wrap our heads around a shrimp that punches things. But they're known for having incredibly fast punches, with the mantis shrimp's strike reaching speeds comparable to a 22 caliber bullet. They have Mantis shrimp have specialized appendages called clubs, and or raptorial appendages that they use to deliver powerful strikes. In fact, like trying to put a mantis shrimp in a tank, you run the risk all the time of the mantis shrimp punching its way out of the tank, like just busting the tank. So there are people who, they'll have a saltwater tank or whatever, and they'll want shrimp in there. And it's a really bad idea because if they feel threatened in some sort of way, or if they just decide one day, well, I don't want to live here anymore, they can actually like punch out your tank. They punch a hole right in the side of it. Now, harder to do when you have like a resin cast tank for your fishies, but yeah, Dustin and I actually talked about getting a mantis shrimp when we had our saltwater tanks, and we decided against it because they can literally punch and crack your whole tank. And like with saltwater tanks, they are so fragile. The systems are so fragile that you don't want to put anything in there that's going to cause disruption or gas to the tank because it'll kill everything else in there. And saltwater tanks are not cheap. Like when you buy saltwater fish, you are paying a pretty penny for a saltwater fish. And so, yeah, we decided against getting any mantis shrimps because we did not want to have a disaster. I mean, granted, my tank in particular that I was starting up and getting going and whatever, I had a disaster with, but that was because one of the lights shorted and caused essentially like a electrical uh electrical current to run through the tank, and it just killed all the fish. I was so sad because I had one of the most beautiful coral beauties, which are these sunset colored, beautiful, beautiful fish. And it was doing so well. And then, yeah, no good. No good. Made me very, very sad. But mantis shrimps are also some of the most beautiful shrimp. If you can think of a shrimp as beautiful, they are definitely a beautiful shrimp. Okay, let's see here. Where am I at on time? Got 8 minutes. All right, what do we got next? Oh, here, this is a fun one. The Apollo astronauts' footprints on the moon will stay there for millions of years. Of course, unless they're wiped away, which would cause that to be less time, but it'll be millions of years. How cool is that though? Like knowing that you set foot on the moon and that footprint, as long as nobody disturbs it, will stay there millions of years. Like anyone else who lands on the moon later will see these footprints. And I imagine living back in that time before, like space travel was a thing, before we were really all the time up in space, like the race to the moon. That time of living must have been really interesting. I mean, unless you're one of those conspiracy theory people who doesn't actually believe in the moon landing, which, I'm not going to argue with somebody about that in particular. That being said, still pretty cool fact. But I would like it if my footprint were on the moon for millions of years. I would find that very, very cool. It's interesting to me also that like we haven't had more trips to the moon, like for people to just walk around it or whatever. I mean, I know they've put robots and things like that, but you think more people would be like, "Hey, I'm gonna just go to the moon. I wanna go walk around on it because I can." Where did it go? Yeah, I'm into the line blocking part on this now. Getting there. We're getting there. Okay, let's see. Oh, hold on a minute. Now I gotta look this up and see if this is factual too. Some of these, like I said, I'm like, questionable. A jiffy is actually a real unit of time. It is 1/100th of a second. I did not know that. The earliest technical usage was in the late 19th century by Gilbert Newton Lewis. He proposed a unit of time called the jiffy, which was equal to the time it takes light to travel 1 centimeter in a vacuum. or 1/100th of a second. So when somebody says, be back in a jiffy, like Mythbusters for fact, right? Bowie, sugar, shh, quiet, sugar, quiet, come here, hush, hush, hush. This dog, look at her face. She's upside down. Look at her face. This dog that's barking for no reason. This is Sugar. What are you doing, Sugar? Why are you barking at nothing? Because I like to bark at nothing. Come there and hush you. They're lying. Yeah. If somebody tells you they're going to be back in a jiffy, they're a liar. A total liar. Because I don't know. Sorry, hold on. No. There's children out talking, so they're barking at the kids outside. Bowie, No. Bowie, Stop it. Anyways, all right, before they get going at the children that are just in the house for some weird reason, not my children, somebody's children. All right, if you guys would like to, I'd love it if you go join me in the Discord after dark and we can chat some more. I've got some spicy tea that I feel the need to spill about some things that I read today. So if you like spicy hot piping tea, you should join me in the Discord anyways, because yeah, I read some interesting facts today that I'm looking forward to sharing and getting people's opinions on. That all being said, you guys, if you are not able to join us in Discord, totally fine. You won't be missing that much. Don't worry about it if you can't. But otherwise, you can come back to the channel. I'm here again on live Saturday, or I've got some other like fun general stuff to share in the Whippin' Chat for tomorrow, which we'll post tomorrow. Just life stuff, things, updates, whatnot, for people following along with my life and what's going on. Otherwise, like I said, if you like diamond painting content, there's plenty of other things to check out on the channel. And yeah, if you're not able to find something, then I don't know what to tell you. I've got other recommendations for channels on the Whippin' Chats and things like that too. So if you're not enjoying yourself, I'll give you something else that you can probably enjoy. But I hope that you guys will join me in Discord after dark. Otherwise, you guys, as ever, like I always say, I hope that wherever you are in this great, big, beautiful world of ours, that you are having a phenomenal morning, evening, or afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are right now. I'll see you again soon. Okay. I'll see you in Discord. Bye, guys. Be good. Or don't. If you can't be good,